ONE NETBOOK 5 is an Intel-powered ultrabook with a foldable design to transform it into a tablet. Let's take a closer look at it, run some benchmarks for performance, get some cheeky gaming in, and find out if the ONE NETBOOK 5 is worth your money. First, unboxing. Inside we have the ONE NETBOOK 5 itself. We will check it out in more detail in a moment. Underneath is an envelope containing a user guide which is in English and Chinese. Inside the box is a charger and USB Type-C cable. We will include the correct adapter for your country. The ONE NETBOOK 5 measures around 9.1 by 6.5 by 0.59 inches at its thinnest point. It weighs around 970 grams. The display is a 10.1 inch LTPS touchscreen that also supports stylus pens. It has a 2560 by 1600 resolution, which looks spot on at this size display. On the lower half of the ultrabook is a backlit QWERTY keyboard. The keys are the perfect size, and I almost immediately felt at home typing on the keyboard. The keys are quite low profile, easy to press and fast to type on. Just below the keyboard is a mouse pad with integrated clickable buttons. They feel responsive to touch and pressure. On the left side we have a USB 4 port which you can connect an eGPU to, for example. There is a 3.5mm audio port and a micro SD card slot. On the right side is the power button with integrated fingerprint scanner and a USB 3.2 port. The ONE NETBOOK 5 can be used as a mini notebook and a folding tablet style device. Simply open it like a standard laptop and then gently push the top half of the display to fold the display down over the lower half. It can then be used as a tablet with finger input or a compatible stylus pen for input. To revert it back to laptop mode, simply lift the display and it will naturally move back into position. The ONE NETBOOK 5 features the Intel 12th Gen i7-1250U processor with 10 cores and 12 threads running up to 4.7 GHz. It has the Intel Iris Xe graphics with 96 execution units. For RAM, there are options for 16 or 32 gigs of LPDDR5 and for storage 1TB or 2TB of NVMe SSD. For communications, there is fast Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2. The ONE NETBOOK 5 is powered by a 42.35 Wh battery. In our battery life test running Cinebench benchmark on a loop, we got a battery life of around 2 hours 30 minutes, which is good. Typical usage will get you around 5 or so hours. Also, whilst running Cinebench, we tested the fan noise and temperatures. We got a highest fan noise of 51 decibels and highest temperature of 52 degrees C. Next, we are running some system benchmarks that we can use to find out how it performs as well as compare with other ultrabooks. And with this having a USB 4 port, we can also connect a GPD-G1 eGPU to increase the graphics performance. Our first benchmark is PassMark, which tests the CPU, GPU, RAM and storage. We get a score of 3616, which is strangely lower than A1 Pro and Pocket 3. For some reason the GPU test did not get great scores, despite having a faster GPU than the other two devices. Next is our PCMark benchmark, which tests the performance of software used in everyday tasks. This includes everything from web browsing, working with large office documents and even image editing. We see improved scores for the ONE NETBOOK 5 with 4883, a good performance increase over the other two ultrabooks. Cinebench tests the CPU's single and multi-core performance. We got a score of 1462 and 4835 respectively. Single core performance is very good and excellent multi-core performance, which is over 4 times that of the A1 Pro. Our final benchmark is 3DMark's TimeSpy. We got a score of 1271, which is over double that of the other two devices we are comparing. Clearly there was better GPU performance than what PassMark reported. And in our eGPU tests, we got respectable scores of 6659, 18953 and 13548 on TimeSpy, Night Raid and Firestrike whilst running on the internal display. Comparing it to, say, handheld gaming PCs, we see around a 30% difference in performance, which is fairly good considering it's not a gaming CPU. As mentioned, while the ONE NETBOOK 5 is not a gaming PC, it is powerful enough to run games on the lighter end of the scale and more demanding games with an eGPU. There are a wealth of lower demanding games that work well with ultrabooks. With many, you can still run at higher resolutions and graphics settings. And don't forget, you also have game streaming services such as Xbox Cloud Gaming. With an eGPU such as the GPD-G1 docking station, it opens up the number of games and you get far more improved performance. But remember, it's not just for gaming, it's also useful for video and image rendering for example, and gives a massive speed boost to these tasks. And you do of course get video output to a second display or USB ports, Ethernet etc. The ONE NETBOOK 5 is an impressive ultrabook. It scored well above other devices in the benchmark tests and performs excellent for your day-to-day tasks. And whilst not busy with work, you can enjoy some downtime with a 4K video or play a few games. The 10.1 inch display and usable keyboard are the real highlights for me. It's large enough to see everything on screen clearly and type any length of document. The laptop and tablet is also a nice feature. You can take advantage of this while switching between work tasks for example. The size, in my opinion, is spot on, small enough to fit in a shoulder bag or backpack, but not as large to be bulky and take up space. It is ideal for working at home or in the office, as well as out and about travelling either for work or leisure. If you are in the market for a high performance and portable ultrabook, then the ONE NETBOOK 5 is a highly recommended choice to consider. You can learn more about the ONE NETBOOK 5 and order yours today at DROIX.co.uk and DROIX.net for worldwide shipping. Use the discount code ONB50FF on the checkout for 5% off. The code expires 1 month after this review has been posted and cannot be used during store sales or other promotions. We hope you have found our ONE NETBOOK 5 review useful. Please do take a moment to subscribe and you won't miss out on our future videos. Thanks for watching and we will see you back in the next one.
Your ONE NETBOOK 5, it's a real sweet treat. High performance Intel processor can't be beat with a 10-inch display. It's a sight to see. Laptop or tablet, it fits your lifestyle. Clean. No matter if you're at home or on the go, ONE NETBOOK 5 is the way to flow. Smooth and sleek, it's a true work of art. Powerful and portable, it's a fresh start. Feeling the rhythm, vibing with the sound. ONE NETBOOK 5 got your back, always around. From Kingston to Montego Bay, it's a sensation. Crushing tasks and games, it's a